Hopefully by next week I'll be good to skate. If not, I mean, if I can't skate by the week after that, something's wrong. If I can't skate by the week after that, something's wrong. Well, we learned something. We learned that something is in fact wrong. Are you able to see it? Ow, okay, hold on. We got ourselves a spiffy little boot for our foot there. I went to the doctor to get an x-ray and I didn't get the news that I was hoping for. The good news is I'm totally free to walk, no crutches, and with the boot on I have no limp whatsoever, like absolutely zero pain. I'm free to pretty much do anything I want besides what I want to do, which is skate. The not so good news is that I broke my foot. How dumb is that, dude? You remember my wrist? You see my scar there next to my sick tattoo because I'm tatted. There was a time, that had to have been, what, 7 years ago by now, where I pretty much had either a brace or a cast on my right wrist every minute of every second of every day for every YouTube video for 5 years. Okay, maybe not, that's an exaggeration. I think like 2 years, I want to say. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you remember that. It was after I kickflipped Wallenberg. Pat myself on the back for that. I have no idea. I could not do that now. And a couple tries before the one that I rolled away from, I just landed on my wrist weird. Nothing like, not like, oh my god, I broke my wrist. Like nothing crazy like that. It hurt. Then after I landed it, the day after that, I was sore, as you'd expect from jumping down Wallenberg multiple times. My body just hurt. Thought it was normal. Wrist was kind of tight. And then a month passed, and then 2 months passed, and then 4 months passed. And by this point, I was just so used to having a wrist brace on because I didn't want to like re-hurt my wrist. I thought it was just like a sprain or a strain or whatever. And then 8 months passed, and then 10 months passed, and it'd become like ingrained in my life to put on a wrist brace before I skate. So like saying the story now, it's like, dude, your wrist hurt for 10 months and you never got it checked out? Yeah, kinda dumb when you put it that way, but it just became so routine to me that I didn't think about it. Then finally a year passes, and I was young. I was still living with my parents. I was like, hey, mom, dad, I think I want to like get my wrist x-rayed. It's been a year and it still hurts. So I I go in, get it x-rayed, and the doctor's like, yeah, your wrist has been broken for a year now. I was like, oh, that explains a lot. That's why it's been hurting and hasn't been healing. So you can see that scar there, because my wrist had been broken for a year without me, properly letting it heal. The bone, so the bone separated. I don't think I have an x-ray of it, but the bone separated, and because the bone that separated didn't have any blood flow, it dissolved. It's called bone death, which apparently is a thing. The part of my wrist bone, it was a scaphoid non-union, so I believe that means my scaphoid did not union. It didn't join back, so it died, or something along those lines, a chip of it or something. Long story short, they had to go in to my hip. Where is it? Oh, right there. Damn, the scar has really faded. Are you able to see it? Right there. That right there. They took my hip bone and they put my hip bone in my wrist. So somewhere in there, I have an inch-long screw that's still there that is now part of my hip bone that is also holding my wrist together. The reason that I'm telling you that story is since that incident, ever since then, I don't want to say I've been like anti-doctors or anything like that, but I'm a firm believer of it, like, oh, you roll your ankle, it'll be fine, give it a week or two, that type of thing. Obviously, if you like snap your femur, go to the hospital. But since that wrist incident, I'm like, oh, this hurts and it's been 3 days, I'm getting an x-ray. I want to make sure everything's chilling. My logic with my foot, I even said it in the last video, was I wanted to give it a week, because I mean, like, I was able to like kind of limp around on it. Nothing like snapped when it rolled. I was fairly confident that it was just a mild sprain, and I told myself that if after a week it doesn't feel like it's getting better, obviously I don't expect to fully heal in a week. I'm getting old, apparently. I'm not 16 anymore. But yeah, I told myself if after a week it still felt like it was in the same place or something felt wrong, like I was just kind of trying to listen to my body, I'd go get it x-rayed. A week passes and it felt good, like it was getting noticeably better every day. I was able to put weight on it. I was like rolling around on a skateboard, although I know I shouldn't have been. And then 2 weeks goes by, and by the second week it felt like we had stopped making healing progress. With a mild sprain, every day feels better. You're able to put more and more weight on it. The pain gets less intense and like less like like located. It's not the right word. It's like a sharp, searing pain in one spot that if it's a sprain, it slowly like dissipates. By the second week, it wasn't dissipating, and there was like one point in my foot that had like searing pain if ever you touched it, and I was like, that can't be right. So I went to the doctor to get an x-ray, and they told me that my foot is broke. Okay, not my foot. It's my, what is it? My fifth metatarsal, which I think is that my toe or is that my foot? It's right there, like right under this strap. It like connects to your pinky toe, but it's up in your foot more. It's called a Jones fracture. That's what the doctor told me. I think I have my x-ray pictures. The doctor showed me and I was like, I don't even see anything. And if you zoom in, you can see like a slight little like hairline fracture, but I guess the doctor said it's broken, but it hadn't separated. So like if you break a bone, it can go away, and that's when you need surgery to like reconnect it. The doctor said it hadn't separated, so the bone is still where it should be, it's just not connected, which is why he gave me the good old boot and essentially said I'm free to do whatever I want, as long as I can go on walks, I can take the dogs out, I can hang out, I can pretty much do whatever. He just gave me strict instructions to not re-injure it, because the second that bone separates, I need surgery. So no skating, obviously. I mean, even taking the boot off, I'm still in pain, so I couldn't skate if I wanted to. But he said 6 to 9 week recovery before I can skate again, which, seeing like the little teeny tiny itty bitty fracture and him saying 6 to 9 weeks, I was like, you're kidding me. Obviously, doctors will err on the side of caution. I've always been a fan of just listening to my body, for better or for worse. But I mean, we're on week 3 now? It feels pretty damn similar to when it did week 1 and 2. So 6 to 9 weeks isn't feeling super far off now, which I'm really bummed on. But, I mean, what are you gonna do about it? Life happens. It happened. I'm gonna deal with it, so it is what it is. That being said, I can still complain about it. We're not skating today, in case you couldn't figure that out. But I figured I might as well give you an update on what we've been doing, because I need to be doing something. I need to stimulate my brain or else I go actually insane. I've been working on a whole bunch of fabrication stuff for the 240 that I think I briefly mentioned in last week's video. Pretty sure in last week's video, I showed you that we made these little plates that I've since welded a piece of tubing onto, but these are brackets that bolt up to the chassis like that. I'm gonna have a tube welded to this coming out that's gonna connect to that, which is a bash bar. Up until now, I'd say like 99.9% of my fabrication work has been skateboard related stuff. Skateboard rails, fingerboard rails, that type of thing. But I've always had the end goal of learning and progressing and branching out into new things, and since I've been getting into drifting and cars, the automotive scene. Being able to do like a roll cage while keeping my full interior, that's like a really cool end goal of mine. I don't think we're anywhere near that yet. But making bash bars and sort of accessories like that, that's within my realm of ability. Or I thought it was, so I started trying it, and I'm really, really stoked on how everything's coming out. This is the, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna show you it because I did that. This is 100% made by ya boy with no knowledge or experience of what I'm doing whatsoever. It's not done. I want to go through and CNC little caps that I weld on to seal everything, maybe add some like GGFB filler piece right there to brand it, add a little circle plate here because that's the jack point where you can jack the car from. But I mean, dude, I made that! Like, how cool is that? And the best part here, you ready? It fits under the bumper, perfect. With the bumper on, you can't see anything. You can see the support tubes going down behind the license plate there because the jack point is right there. So now if I'm at the track and I gotta get under the car for whatever reason, I can just put the jack on that jack point that I made and have a super easy and central jack point. Look at that. So car is fully off the ground. That's all on that, the new bash bar that I made. I don't have to take the bumper off and put the jack all the way under to get to the diff to jack it up. I don't gotta use the toe hitches, so I gotta do one side at a time. Boom, easy as that. I finished that yesterday, and I'm really, really proud of it. And then for the front, I'm sure you can see the vision here. Since we turboed the car and added the intercooler, the stock, wherever it is, the stock bumper support doesn't fit. If I hit anything, the intercooler and the oil cooler back there are the first things to go, which are not good. So this essentially goes a little something like that. It's really hard to show you with one hand. This is the... Come on, get in there. There's the upper support bar, which is actually gonna keep the bumper like in position on the car now that there's no stock bumper support. And the lower one's mainly to protect the intercooler piping and all of that. I'm gonna add some like down beams or brackets, whatever, to connect them, and then also a jack point in the middle. Something like this is what I'm taking inspo from. It's a little, like I would never buy that in the real world. It's a little big and bulky and overkill. I mainly just wanna try to make it for practice. I'll probably make a simplified one to actually use on a daily basis. But yeah, I mean, I'm really, I'm honestly really proud of how everything's coming out so far. That's been kind of keeping my brain gears spinning, keeping me from going insane as I recover. I've also been making these little xylophone fingerboard ledges, I call them. They're pretty satisfying to skate. They make the sound. I didn't make that many, I just slapped them up for sale on my website, so if that's something that interests you as well, go check that out. I made the red one, and then the blue one. Not too bad though, huh? Figured that I might as well give you guys an update, because what else am I gonna do? Believe it or not, I've actually been documenting everything on Snapchat, on my Snapchat stories. I recently got monetized on Snapchat, kind of similar to YouTube, so I've been being a creator and influencer, trying to figure out how that all works, see how it treats me and all that. I've been posting little daily vlogs, I guess, every day for like the past week now. I'll have a little code you can scan to follow me if you use Snap. I wouldn't like actively download Snap to follow me, it's not that cool. But if you're a Snapchat user, scan the code and check out what I've been doing. Your boy is trying to acquire some extra bread in the influencer scene. That's all I got. Back to not skating, I guess. I can't believe this was all from cleaning my yard. How dumb is that? Oh, how'd you break your foot? Oh, I was picking up a cardboard box. God damn it. See you guys next video. Thanks for watching. Pizza out. Pizza out.